I came in his name, I'm saved by his grace. By his grace, I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Hello, Chiefs. 2,000 years ago, he died on a cross so he could show you how to live your life without sin and without lies. The devil took him on a mountaintop and offered him every kingdom, would not stop. He said, "Son of man, worship me. Come over, bend your knee." I said, I came in his name. I am saved by his grace. Surrounded himself with 12 good men. Disciples is what we call them. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. And they told the story after he was gone, how he was born and raised. It only took 3 days. In his name we are saved, but only by his grace. I came in his name. I'm saved by his grace. By his grace. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? Your heroes, ghosts, hot ashes from trees, hot air from a breeze, cold, cold with a change. Did you engage or walk on the pot and warm to LA from leaf roll and decay? How I wish you were here. 'Cause we're just two lost souls swimming in a fishing bowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. How we found the same old fears. I wish you twice as long to make that smile for your beautiful face. Is it? 'Cause you're a natural girl. An actual girl. So later to Cadbury's, they made a recipe for your eyes. Took the twinkles from the stars, placed them inside both your eyes. For me, for me, for me, for me. 'Cause you're a natural girl. And a velvet man. I'll work for days, toil for hours and hours, just to pay for your dress and all your wedding flowers. And your dress will be made on the finest silk threads. It will fluster the priest and turn every man's head as you grace the aisle with those curves, that smile, that smile. 'Cause you're a natural, actual girl. And your veil will be handmade by nymphs. They blushed at your beauty when they caught a glimpse of your legs, your arms, your feminine charms, those charms. 'Cause you're a natural girl. A natural girl. An actual girl. Tra la 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 la. Someone send a message to my father up above and tell him I found this girl, the one I truly love, the one that he sent down from heaven up above. She fits me just like a glove. 'Cause she's a natural girl. An actual girl. I'll climb the walls and clamber the highest steeple. At the top of my voice, I sing to all the people. Found this girl. I'll love the one from above, above. 'Cause you're a natural girl. An actual girl. I'll write your names on Venus, Jupiter, Mars. When you look up at night, you'll see your name is written in the stars. 'Cause you're a natural girl. Heart goes out to all you natural girls. This one goes out to the Wicked Witch of the North. Or should I say Rome, otherwise known as the Pope. Song goes out to all you secret agent ladies. I mean men, sorry. Women pretending to be male popes. Ding dong, the witch is dead. 1 second. This one goes out to all you secret agent men. Women. Men. What's your pronoun? Is it LBS/KG? There's a man who leads a life of danger. To everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move that he makes, there's another chance he takes. Odds are he won't live to see tomorrow. to the fake Pope that just probably not popped to clogs. Who thinks that's Jonathan Pryce? In the right mind. Secret agent man. They might be sisters, I'll give you that though. They look similar. All flip-flops look alike. This goes out to all the flip-flops that look alike. Secret agent man. Oh, they're giving you a facelift and a double vasectomy. Beware of pretty faces that you find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. You'll give yourself away. You'll know them by their roots. Odds are you won't flip-flop me tomorrow. To all the lying internet trolls. Secret agent man. I know that you're all trends. Oh, they're giving you a facelift, but they take away your soul. To all you celebrities sucking dicks. Swinging on the Riviera one day, lying on the Bombay on the next day. Oh, don't let the wrong word slip when you're kissing those flip-flop lips. Amanda, odds are you won't love by me tomorrow. I didn't notice at the time, but you probably had the biggest bite of all. Cause you've still got your cock and balls. Oh, you've given me a love bite and you're trying to send me to hell. That one goes out to the secret agent that gave me a love bite when I was 14. You dirty lying scoundrel. Amanda. Nearly sent me to hell, Amanda. But the kingdom of God was made noticeable to me. Apparently, I've spent 40 years not recognising the beauty of God's green pastures. But now I do, you bitch. I mean, you bastard. Whatever you are. Whatever you want to call yourself. It's not Amanda. Right, you call yourself Amanda, but I no longer agree to call you Amanda. I'll call you Amanda. I'll call you that if I ever meet you again. But I'll never call you Amanda ever again, because I know you're Amanda. How you all feeling? I'm feeling regretful. This one goes out to all the natural born children. You can be born into a flip-flop world. Hopefully you'll end up like me, and not your father, your mother. A child arrived. A child arrived. I can't even get myself in key now. Bastards. A child arrived. I can't do it without laughing. Stop it. Compose yourself, Peter. I'm going to trouble with his face now. I know I am. I can't stop laughing. A child arrived just the other day. Came to the world in the usual way. But there were planes to catch and there were bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away. He was talking before I knew it. I'm gonna be like you, Mom. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy in blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll have a good time then. You know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. Thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. I said, teach me to throw. I said, not today, I got a lot to do. That's okay, but as he walked away, he smiled and dipped. He said, gonna be like him. You know I'm gonna be like him. And And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. I said, when you come home bad, I don't know when. We'll have a good time then. You know we'll have a good time then. Pardon me. Belugi beef. He came home from college just the other day. So much of a man I just had to say. Son, I'm proud of you, can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. I said, when you come home, son, I don't know when. We'll have a good time then. You know we'll have a good time then. Now, I've retired and my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle, the kids got the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's sure nice talking to you. As I hung up the phone, it occurred to me, you've grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. I said, when you coming home, son, I don't know when. We'll have a good time then. You know we'll have a good time then. Virginia. That's not Virginia. Not Virginia. Teardrops can't help falling in love. Do you know? And it's all lagging because the bloody window shut down the other day. Bang it. Dang it. Ah, oh, did I close that window earlier on? I bet it's not there, is it? Dang it. Can I get that back? Just a look, see. I can get it back. I hope that's the right window. Why is that not opening? Oh, it's lagging. No, that's not the right window. Can I go from there? Oh, I've opened loads of bloody windows that used to be open. Dang it, there's all sorts. Oh, that might be it there though. No, it's the same one over and over. Dang it. Oh, maybe that's it. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. That's the other live. Why is it? Oh yeah, just open the windows. Oh, I've got to open that one again. Right, that's let me in. Is that going to show me that original window? No, cut it. Dang it! I had a fake space stream open that I wanted to share. It was brilliant. It was all the stupid space footage from around the space stations, and it was brilliant. Dang it, I've lost it. Screw you. Screw you, Twitter. Elon, messing with everything. Dang it. I was hoping it was still open. It's not. Right, where's my music window gone? Come back. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. I can't find it. Where is it? Do. You'll be a woman soon. Oh, come on. It's lagging like mad. Computer shut down, didn't it? is that bloody song? Have I closed it? I might have closed it. God, digger. Oh, there it is. Derp. Do you know what? I was already on it. You dude. That's why it wouldn't click. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. All my memories gather around her, minor lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. I miss the taste of moonshine, Jimmy's on my mind. Hey, Pancho! Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, she's my mountain mama. Come take me home. Country roads, the bridge. I hear her voice in the morning. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling, woohoo, that I should have been home yesterday. Oh, yesterday. It's the top of my scale. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, she's a mountain mama, take me home. Country roads. Country Roads by Joni Denver. I've got an Auntie Joni. She's my lovely Auntie Joni. Joni, 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 you're my favourite auntie. Oh yes you are. Someone goes out to me Auntie Joni. You looked after me when I was young and no one helped me. Wipe my bum, there you go. You're the only one that changed my... Where you going? Nappy. Back door's locked, you did. You want a wee, don't you? I know that. Quick then. Quick. There you go. You did that twice yesterday, man. An accident. I'm not falling for it twice. Where was that? Oh yeah, my Auntie Joni. And you're the only one. And you're the only one that kept me safe. She did, she kept me safe. Mum and Dad left me, you see. Said we were both psychotic at 6 and 7 years old, didn't they, Paul? Sent us to see a nutty shrink called Bernard Levy. And he said he'd take one of us. What the? He'll take one of us. Imagine that. Saying to a young mum, my mum was only 30 something. I don't know, 20 something. And some psychiatrist said, one of your sons is naughty, both of your sons are naughty, but I'm only taking one of them. Can you imagine that? Mum said, no, I'm not splitting them up. and kept us both together. But then she put us in a taxi, sent us down the local street where all the pubs were looking for my dad. Taxi driver had to find my father. Taxi driver couldn't find my father, so he took us back to my mother. Bear in mind it was November and it was late nights, dark nights. And the window opened and the taxi driver said, I can't find the dad. And she said, well, they're not my responsibility anymore, and shut the window! Yeah, that's what she did. I forgive you though, Mum, I do. But it was that little bastard, Fly Mayhem. He was the worst one. I was alright, I'm telling you. It was my brother, he was the bad one. But the tied us both with the same brush, didn't they, bro? And then she said, I don't want you anymore. So the taxi driver went back up the road again, searching for my dad. And by pure luck, we bumped into my dad's girlfriend's daughter, one of the pubs. And she took us to my dad. And my dad took us back in, age 10 and 11, I believe. Yeah, it was 10 and 11 by then. She took us back in, and then he took all the social security money, and he got drunk on it! That's what he did. That's what he did. Then he lost his temper one day when he'd been drinking all day, because my brother had been out on a school trip and been down some mud hills in his new white trainers. So he got a good hiding for getting his new white £6 trainers, pieces of crap. Dunlop, pieces of crap Dunlop, but he still got an hiding for getting his white trainers mucky for playing with all the kids going down the hills. So my brother left and left me with him. But I forgive you, Dad. I forgive you, Dad. Even though he was a crazy drunk, he was still a good man at heart. But Satan made this world so bad. He turned the lies upon me, Dad, and he became the worst dad I'd ever had. At the age of 11, he threw me around the living room like a WWF wrestler in one of his drunken rages. Bastard! Which is why I will never, ever, ever lay a hand on Raish, or a finger, or a hair on his head. Because it's the most precious thing in the world, aren't you, son? To me, son. And then he went and put me in care for about 4 years, where I got swapped from foster home to foster home, and eventually ended up in children's care homes. Now that was a bad moment. But you know what? In all that badness and all that hatred around me, I was still protected by you, wasn't I, Father? And I never realised until now that you were there all the time. He was there all the time. God was there all the time watching over me. Bad things happen to me, but I'll tell you now, worse things happen to others. And I'm still grateful for all the blessings you give me, Father. Least of all, common sense, wisdom, love, forgiveness. I forgive all of them, I do. I forgive my mother for what she did. I forgive my father for what he did. I forgive my brother for what he did. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be anything, would I? I wouldn't be anything like Christ. I wish I'd found Jesus sooner, I really do. I wish I'd found God in the early days, not the later part of my life. I'm thankful that I did find God, because it wasn't too late, was it? And I'm sure you can agree with that for yourselves, right? It's not too late to be redeemed. But that's the thing about God, right? He never gives you more than you can actually handle. He might put obstacles and hurdles in your way, but it's because he knows you can pass them. That you can get past them, that you can be born again. I didn't understand what it meant to be born again until I realised what Satan had done to this world. What he'd done to all the boys and girls. In a bid to hide my Heavenly Father from me, he told me I was descended from a chimpanzee. He told me that I lived on a spinning ball. He told me that heaven didn't exist and that space was in its place. He told me that he drilled down to the middle of the earth, and at the middle of the earth was a magnetic molten ball. Liar! You would have been 7 miles, Satan. You lie. He told me that airplanes use fuel to get around. He told me that dinosaurs walked the earth to make me believe that I was descended from cavemen. And cavemen were descended from fish. And he's got agents all around the world in all the most holy places that you can imagine, including the Vatican. They are all witches and warlocks. None of them are what they seem. But yet in all this chaos and all this confusion, all the brainwashing that they did on us, you and I, and people like us, don't believe them anymore. You gotta ask yourself, why is that? What makes you different? Sorry, I'm getting lost in the noodling. The truth has set us free. Oh, I totally agree, Athelsey. The truth ruins it all for Satan, really, doesn't it? The word of God, the truth. Anytime you find the truth, you found him. No matter who the messenger was. It doesn't matter who the messenger was. Did you get the message? The truth lies within his own words. He is the truth. That's the part that most people just don't understand. He is truth. The world's flat. That's his truth. He created it that way. He created the equilibrium in the world, the physics at work, and how what you determine all your life as gravity is actually just density and buoyancy, created by him, the Almighty, the All-Knowing. They all fall. They all fall. That's why they're called the fallen. They all fall at his words. The truth will set you free. And it does. Truly, truly does. I'd sooner keep it this way than not know. Be like my brother and the rest of them that just don't care. They know and they don't care. It's even worse. I'd sooner have it this way, that I do know, and that God's my champion. Jesus is my saviour. God's my champion. No one trumps God. No one. Jesus saves. I get it. But God is the defining judge in all of this. And him and Jesus are one in the same because he is the Son of God. I get that. I'm not saying that it is God. I get what you're saying, that they are one in the same because he's the Son of God. He was infallible as a man. He committed no sin on earth. In all his days here, he committed no sin. He showed us how to do it. And all other scriptures point to Jesus. Go do your research on it. It's in the Quran that points towards him. The Buddhists thought he was a Buddha. It's in all the texts. They all point to him. That's why they hate him. They can't even stand his name. They used to hate it when I used to sing Jesus. And I did it when I had moments of enlightenment, when I thought I'd discovered something. Like the first time I realised that the red curtains on a stage are actually a vagina. And they open up and you're having this bear from entertainment in front of you. Right, let's sing one for God. This one goes out to my Heavenly Father, our Heavenly Father. You could run on for a long time, run on for a long time. I said run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut. He's gonna cut you down. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go tell the midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. I said tell him that God's gonna cut. He's gonna cut you down. Well, goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight blue. I've been down on bended knee. I lost the beat, 1 second. Well, goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet by the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, swear I had the shuffle of an angel's feet. He called my name and my heart stood still. He said, Punch, go do my will. Go tell the long-tongued liar, go and tell the midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Said tell him that God's gonna cut. He's gonna cut you down. Well, you can throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. Sure as God. Ow! Made me sneeze. Thank you, Father. God bless me. Sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought into the light. So run on for a long time. Keep running for a long time. I said run on for a long time. But sooner or later gotta cut. He's gonna cut you down. Thank you, Father. I've still got a fuzzy nose from that sneeze. Got a biscuit, Misty. Hey, Misty doggy. My little handsome, gorgeous spaniel. Is he gorgeous? Look at your face. Such a beautiful dog. Aren't you? Is he my baby? Is he my baby? Easy, my baby. Yes. Messy baby. Sherlock. Eat your biscuit, come on. Don't pretend to get up here. You do it all the time. Good evening, boys and girls. How you doing out in a nice day on a non-spinning stationary flat plane? Let me just grab this stream and copy it and paste it. I'll be right back with you. 1 second. Pause. No. Is that a second? That was weird. Copy. Facebook. Pastebook. As if I've lost that space stream. I'm so gutted. It was a good thread. It had loads of stuff in it. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down. See if I can find it. Oh, we can leave that one open. We'll have a look at that one. It's not the same one now. I don't know what thread it was, but it was so funny. Right, let's come up to the top of the class. Who was first in? Of course it was Juice. Dutch girls, you are beautiful. John Cena! Susanna came second. Susanna. Hello, Kirsten. Alpha, third and fourth. Trini, fifth. Luke in Croatia, sixth. How you doing, Luke? Alpha, we said hello to. Annabelle, we said hello to you. Hello, Annabelle, number 7. Golden Opal and Denise and San Diego was 8th. E-Trader 9th. How you doing, Edmondson? We said hello to Trini, didn't we? I did say hello. I won't forget because she goes nutty. Apple C, welcome to the show. Is that it? I think that's all of you. Please do Kishvishkash. I have been asking for a long time. Yeah, because you never ask at the right time. I can't copy that name. Oh, you are so lucky. I've just copied that name. You are so lucky. Usually I can't copy that name out of that chat. Will it go up there? If it goes up there, you're a lucky jammy sod. You lucky jammy sod. There you go. Right. Back to skulls then. There it is. I think that's everyone. Did I say hello to everyone? Welcome to the show. If I forgot you, sorry I didn't see your name. Let's begin with every day we look at the human skeleton. There are 2 of them. Men have bigger faces. It's a visual difference. Look. When you get used to seeing this and this short sloping forehead, the man's face is so much bigger than the woman's. It's got a 5 head. What do you want? Are you winding me up? You just bit the door's open in it. I'll toss up shut it. Go on then. Go on, move. Just got me up. Just nearly broke me toe in that water again. Alright. I'm sure he's trying to make me slip up and smash my toes in, a little bugger. Right, there we go. So it's a visual thing. Men do have bigger faces, full stop. If I draw a triangle through here, I get a bigger triangle on the left than I do on the right. You can visually see what it would look like, right? And this is exactly what I do. Men have far apart rectangular eyes. Women have close set rounded eyes. Men have bigger noses. Men have bigger teeth. Men have wide dental arches to match the far apart eyes and a square jaw to match those 2. Women have a sloping jaw and a narrow pointed chin to match the narrow dental arch and the close set eyes. Women have a 5 head which pushes the face downward. Excess of copyright material may under circumstances be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching and research without the need for permission, formal payment to a copyright holder. To the naughty holder. We've stopped right there on Odessa Orlowicz. It's definitely a dude. He's got a big set of teeth, hasn't he? Is that the wife? Let's have a look at her. You see how much skin is showing here compared to there. Who's got the bigger face? Look at it. This one with a deep set. Look how deep set the eyes are. Almost like black compared to the coffee bean eyes on the left. And a bigger mouth, of course. Or what's his name? Odessa Orlowicz. There's no pictures. You got no chance. I'm telling you now. Walking. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're leaving. See you later. Next. Erica Koki. I could have sworn I've already done this one. EK, Churchy Tree Father. Right in there. I don't know what I've done with that meme or what I called it. It's really annoying me. I'm trying to find this meme and I cannot find it. Raish, if you're watching, read that message I sent you, Raish. And send me that gate. I want that gate again. The one on the beach. Come on. Always take the weather with you. I swear I've already done this one. Erica Koke. Alright, we'll take that as your face, I think. 50-50. Is it going to clean up? It does. It's a big chinny chin, wide ass cheekbones, deep set eyes. Look at this thick brow bone overhanging the eye. The short sloping forehead's a giveaway as well. Strong flat shoulders. I saw a granddad today. A granddad he was. He was pushing 60 odd. Definitely a generation up from me, but I have never ever seen a neck on a man like that ever. From the back, I would have said his neck was about a foot long. I'm not kidding you. I've never seen a neck so big. And he wasn't the biggest of men either. He was just a tiny bit bigger than me, but I've never seen a neck on a man like that. It was huge. I wanted to actually say, Grandad's got the biggest neck I've ever seen in my life, children. I wanted to say it to his grandkids. Oh my gosh, that's a cannonball head right there. Look at the size of that. They're both men. Erica Koke, backfire, what are you saying? Nothing matches my research requirements. Right, let's add in. If you've got Gates, Erica Koke. Sounds like Okie Kokie, doesn't it? I remember doing the Okie Kokie and we turn around. That's what it's all about. Oh, the Erica Koki. I don't think it's happening. See you later. Next. Who's this? Pierce Doherty. Did we not do Pierce? No. Why am I already on Gates with him? Oh, have I not got Pierce Doherty in the background? Hang on, wait a second. Back file. One of these should be Pierce Doherty. No. Mario Ferreira. No. Footballer, dancer, singer, footballer, model, Gloria Perez. We've done Gloria Perez. What's she still doing in there? I could have sworn I did it. I'll check. I can't find it. Oh, maybe we haven't done it. Well, I don't know why we're on Gates though. Right, we'll take the 5 Gates. There's one. Save image. There's 2 with a broken leg. Nice flamingo, nice diamond. 2 straight-legged fellas on the left. 2. There's a 3. It's not perfect, but look at those hips. Won't let me have it. Must be X. It is X. Got to go to X. Yeah. Mouse work. There we go. Dink, 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 dink. I'll take that picture. There we go. And we can close that one now, right? That's been opened. Yeah, there it is. Back we go again. We'll take that one. Save image. Pierce Doherty. Which one's Pierce? This one. Take it as. Oh, he's Sinn Féin's new boss. Is that who he is? This is my island. Right, let's get your face. Holy moly, that was a right 5-head. Where's that gone? Right there. Who's that? Leo. I don't know who Leo is, but Leo's got a right noggin, hasn't she? Let's go back. He's got a small face and very, very tiny teeth. I'll take that. Look at that 5-head. Look at that. That is a Tefal scientist. He's got the wonky chin, the rounded jawline, the small high set ears, the soft eyes, the arched eyebrows, and of course that beautiful matinee cinema 55-inch LCD TV for a forehead. Save images. Piers Doherty fails forensics. Branka Bebic, never heard of him, but he's got big teeth. Images. He's got a big neck as well. He's got a square jawline. Houston, psst, we have a problem. Look how low set those ears are. He's got man face on a cloudy day. Let's have a look at your hands. They've both got, look at the size of, hello, wildlife and fisheries. Look at the size of them feet, you are kid. Look at them teeth. Sweet baby Jesus. It's Manfred and Son. That's who it is. We're going to need, oh, is that your boyfriend? Let's look at your girlfriend. Yeah, she got a belt of a 5-head squashy face. Right, Branka. We'll take that as your 50-50. Where do you want to start? Square shoulders, flat chested, strong neck, square jaw, big mouth, deep set, far apart, rectangular shaped eyes, sloping back, forehead look. Look at the shape of it. It's not an egg, is it? It's not one of them, is it? Does it look like that? No, it looks like that. An absolute blockhead. Blockhead. Let's get some gates. If there are any. Where's he from? Bebic. Is it Croatia? Pandas. You have to put pandas in it, don't you, you pricks? Let's go back. Yep, the Wicked Witch is dead, the Pope. They say it's the last Pope, right? There's not going to be another one. Look at those arms. Sweet baby Jesus. They're hanging straight like pendulums. They are, though, aren't they? You could plumb line those arms. You could. You could lay him like that against the wall and literally put a square wall in based on his arm and shoulder ratio. He's got no gates. Let's just go straight to walking. On a cloudy day. There's one. I don't think that's one. He's standing. No, I don't. That's not a very good one, but that one's all right there. Knees together, punching forward. Chicken nom. That's you there, isn't it? Right there. Size of them feet. They're both blokes. Dog's probably a boy as well. Look, got a nice space between his legs. Wakes some animals too. And I do believe we're done. What is that though? Even from 50 feet away, that looks like a shadow of a dick. We've got a close up on that. Can't see more. Dang it, long range. Alright, let's take the gates and we're out of here. 1. 2. 2 gates. And your big old man face, please. Thank you very much. And we're done just like that, thanks. Next. Fanny. Fanny Capilla. Fanny. Images. Where is he? Miss Croatia, is he really? They've both got far apart eyes though, don't they? They do though, don't they? Is that him? Deep set far apart eyes, big teeth. Is that his body? See, following the muscle up in the leg bone, look, you can literally see it there, look. That's the joint there, look, of this leg bone that connects into the hip, look. Right there, there it is. The widest part of this person is above the crotch, look. It's a dude. It's a dude. Oh my gosh, look at the rib cage on it. Let's go back one. I need a 50-50 on that mug. That's a nice one. We'll take that with a Galapagos turtleneck. It's a shame that's a blurred picture, dang it. If I have to take it, I'll take it. We've got another one. I guess we're going to have to take that one. Yeah, we'll take it. That is just ridiculous. You've got to be having a laugh. Which markers click in your face? Is it the feet? Is it the hands? Is it the arms? Is it the neck? Is it the straight body? Is it the demon face in the kneecap? That is, I'm taking that picture regardless. There we go. Bink. Up it goes. Let's go back one. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my... Uh-oh. Oh, man, that is just disgusting, isn't it? Is that him? That's gross. Uh-oh. Even worse. Yeah, he's packed it away. Let's go back. I still want your face, don't I? We'll guess we're going to have to take that blade shot. Anytime today, Google. There we go. Still not giving me the right picture, though. He looks like Kate Middleton there on the wedding day. Your big man face, your up and down body. Right, I'm going to take that with the far apart eyes. Let's go walking. Uh-oh, Houston, psst, we have a problem. Oh, there's one coming down. Oh, it's a stair file, lovely. What's that? Oh, what is that? What is that? That is, oh, that's beyond me. Wait a second. I know what I want.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
My ding-ding-dong. It literally looks like his bollocks have come back up into his underwear, doesn't it? I can see two big lumps there. That's a very strange. I've got to have a look at it later. Uh-oh. That one's even worse, methinks. No wonder it's a small picture. That one, we're taking them both. We're taking them both, folks. I don't know what's wrong there. He looks like he's had an hernia. Right, we're going. Giggling Gates. Ah, is that it? One gate. You can't be kidding me. How's that possible? Street. Yeah, skanking me. I've got one stair fail. We'll take what we've got. Investigators can't be choosers. Bink. And we're done. Just like that. We'll take your face. Bebic, or whatever his name is. Fanny Capella fails forensics. Next. There's some close set eyes. Michael Cronin, they are so close.
Rounded. That's Mr. Baxter from Grange Hill, isn't it? I don't think we're going to get his gates, but we'll have a look. Michael MC, 33 father in the boy's name. Definitely an egghead. Final answer. Cloak is a small triangle. Look how small the triangle is. Look how much skin is showing around the face. It's a perfect egghead. Look. It is a perfect egghead. Look at it. Ready? Un, deux, trois. Never trust a man whose eyes are too close together. There he is in his 20s. Bald as a coot. God's got a good sense of humour. God knew what Satan was going to do to women, so he put a checksum in testosterone, and if you're not a man, it sends you bald as a coot like that, look. Men do go bald. Oh, any wall will do, look at this. Any Freemasonry at all. Let's go back. Gates. It's not happening. We're leaving. What's going on in that picture? Oh, there's some wrong gates in that picture, isn't there? Look at these. I don't know who they are. But we're done. See you later. Next. Marlene Jobert, French actress, Eva Green's mother. Whoever Eva Green is. Never heard of Eva Green. This is him in his young day, is it? Let's have a look at him. He looks like one of the Bond girls, boys, you know what I mean? He didn't have the biggest of feet though, did he? According to that wall though. Oh, they're growing. They're definitely getting bigger. Men in knitted bras. Oh my gosh. A knitted bra, really? Soon as you get in the water, that's just going to open up, surely. You know, all the stitching area is going to come undone. It's just going to inflate. Right. He reminds me of someone. I can't think who it is. Not Mia Farrow. Maybe it is Mia Farrow I'm thinking of. There. We've got a Getty seal on him. That's a big man hand. Look at Andy hiding behind a Getty image. Who is that? Holy shit. The bed. Look at the size of him. All you've got to do is put some nuts in his neck, connect him to the AC mains, and he'll come to life. The size of him. Now that really is Shakespeare's sister, isn't it, that one? Look, doing the rabbit horns right here, you sneaky little satanistic prick. They think they can just slip it in, don't you? Tossers. Right, what's his name? Marlene. Alright, Marlene. I guess that is a nice 50-50. Deep set, rectangular shaped eyes, look, wide ass cheekbones. The ears are pretty low, look. The mouth obviously had work, so is the chin, but it's still a very square jaw, look. It's a very, very square jaw. Every 7 years, because Marlene's still got his testicles, he gets a boost of testosterone, a natural boost of testosterone from his own testes, and it thickens the jawline, and that is why Marlene has got a son with a big square jaw as well. Right there, Marlene's jaw kept getting bigger and bigger, look. There you go. Let's go back. We'll take that as your 50-50. Let's go gate shopping. If he's got any, he might not have any. Oh, this ain't looking good. We're still going. Oh, there's one maybe. Is that him? Marlene Jobert. It says it is him. It's a shame that's in the way, but his legs are straight, look. It's not a woman's gait. It might be him. I think it might be him. As an older man. Oh, we're done. There's no more pictures. Let's see if he's got anything walking. Oh, we might get him here. Let's have a look. That one's alright. Nice space between the feet. That's a young picture too. That one's no good. That's a nice one. Right there. Absolutely straight legs. That's a man. Final answer. That is a man. That's a man pretending to be a woman. Look, stepping his legs over. They teach them how to stand to try and create that natural pose of a woman, but it still don't look right, does it? Doesn't look right at all. Especially in high heels. Bevy always used to say it's one of the tests. In high heels, any woman try and stand like that and you can't, you fall over. Let's go back. I don't know, I'm not a woman, so I've never tried it. But there you go, straight legs. Is that another one there? Right, oh no, he's on crutches. That one might be though. Ooh, it is. And then that one as well. Oh, it's a stair fail, game over. Absolute game over right there. No diamond, no nothing. He used to make saucy French movies, did he? Look at that Diesel, look at that flat jaw there. I mean, that one's no better, but that is a belter. That is a square ass jaw right there. And I do believe, oh, if that's you, we're done. We are. British Rail Movie Database. That's my dude there, right? It is. Save image. And we're out of here. What's his name? Marlene Jobert. Thanks for playing CSI with us, Marlene. And a dun dun dun. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. When Google gives me that screen back and I copy his face. I got the power. Oh my gosh, really? Save image. Thanks for playing CSI. Next. Linda Barron. I do believe Linda Barron's been done. I'm just going to double check. There might not have been any gates though. Let's have a look. Linda Barron searching. This one was really famous when I was younger. Oh yeah, Nace Gladys Emmanuel. 2 first names. Oh my gosh. Who does she look like there? Who does that look like to you? But that's no better though. Look at that bloke face right there. Deep set far apart eyes. There. Who does that remind you of? It's the same person, look, same teeth. But who does that look like? It reminds me, especially because it's in black and white. I'm there. Who does that remind you of? It looks like somebody. Who is it? Linda Barron. He was in a lot of TV shows when I was younger. At least to mention Open All Hours. I used to love that show. On a Sunday night in England when nothing was on telly, that show. But hey, it does look like Princess Eugenie, doesn't it? Wow, I wasn't even thinking Eugenie. Oh, it does. You're so right. It does. Probably better than the one I was thinking of. As who does it look like? Princess Eugenie. Is it Eugenie or is it the other one? Where's the one where both of them were together then? There. It looks like that one there, doesn't it? It looks more like Beatrice than Eugenie. Eugenie is that one. It looks more like Beatrice. Damn, that's close. Right, Linda Barron's not in his back file, so let's go back to his... I was thinking of Rolling in the Deep. Adele. I was seeing Adele, especially in that photo there. But Princess Eugenie is way closer. 3 drag men, look. There he is. Wide ass cheek, but look at the size of that head. Absolute cannonball. Sloping back head. Far apart eyes. Massive dentures. And a square jaw to boot. So dude, I'll take that as your 50-50. Is that a gate? No, look at them men feet. He's standing. That one isn't, no, that one's alright. If it's him, it is him. It is, yeah. We need better ones than that though. It's from the wrong angle. Is that him? Was he a showgirl? He wasn't a showgirl, was he? Oh my God, was he really? Oh, a little bit of man art. Look at this. Look, this is in the 60s, look. And they're doing it then. Look at the length of this arm. Linda Barron. You know, I wouldn't have recognised him. Oh, no. Wow, his head's big in that picture then. Absolute cannonball. Just like that. Linda Barron walking. See what happens here. No, same picture. I've only got that one gate. It's not good enough. It's not good enough, it really isn't. It's not even straight. If it had been straight on, I'd have taken it. That's close, but no cigar. We're done. You find the gates, I'll make you mean. Next. Penelope Wilton, actress. DBE. What's DBE? OBE is Order. Officer of the British Empire. I don't know what DBE is. Dame of the British Empire, is it? I don't know. Well, it's not really a dame, is it? Penelope Wilton. I hated this one. I hated the role she played. I just didn't like this person growing up. And she was in loads of shows. Look at these 5 heads. Look at that one. Look at that one. Are you seeing them yet? And then you got the 2 men, look, with the skulls in the neck. Look at the necks on both of them. Terrifying. I saw the woman with the sausage dog today. I see her all the time. And she is such a woman. She's about 70 years old. She's tiny. And the way she rocks left and right when she walks, it is just so womanly and so feminine to me. Now I understand the human body. I love seeing her. I really do. She makes me day every time I see her. Because I know she's a bona fide, real old lady. Just by the way she walks. An honest person. And in this world, it's quite a rare thing, isn't it, folks, to be an honest person. Surrounded by liars, paid liars, internet troll liars, government liars, military liars, medical liars, teaching liars. Surrounded by them. Richard, I knew it was never decreasing circles that I knew him for. Look at that neck. Look at the neck of clock on these 2. Richard Bryars, absolute egghead. Look how wide she is in the hairline. Nothing in the middle. And narrowest at the chin and teeth. Look at the smallness of the teeth as well. Oh my, I can't, it is never decreasing circles, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, let's see if Penelope Wilton's got gates walking. I'll come back for your face, Penelope. Nope, it's not happening. Oh, that might be one there though. No, it's an old man. That's an old man. Well, old woman. I say old man. I mean old. Oh, there's one. Oh, it's a belt. Look at that wingspan. Holy moly. Last time I saw a pair of arms like that, it was on Spider-Man. He was stopping a train with his webs. And I'm sure they stretched his arms for that scene. We're going to use CGI to make your arms bigger, mate. Longer, should I say. Is that him there as well? It is. Gutted. It's a gift, though. And he's walking on a beach. I've got one gate. But it's straight on. I can't deny it. I'll take it. And the policeman in the back seems to have a broken leg, look. Diamond showing. Holy moly, that's a big head. Look at this difference. I used to really like him here. And I like his songs as well, with the pork chop sideburns. This is a snowman. I don't know what his name is. I can't remember what his name is. He was a great singer. She was a great singer. And they called him the Snowman. We'll take that one. Save image. time today. I guess that'll do for your 50-50. Sever the image. We're done, Linda Wilton. I was playing Penelope Wilton, sorry, Linda. That's the act that she played under. Cause called him the snowman. Oh yeah, this nonsense. Where is it? Bring it here. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It looks like a penis. It literally looks like a bell end. If you didn't see it, when the bell end landed, this door opened inward, and they're not supposed to. Look, they're telling them, look, shut the door again, shut the door. You're not supposed to open it. And then they stand around laughing, Jeff and that, you looking through the window, calling them plonkers. I bet you any money they're calling them plonkers for it.
Okay, now I want you to watch the hatch door open from the inside. The lady runs over there real quick, says, no, 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 shuts the door back, tries to stand in front of it.
And then they've got his crowbar to open it. What a load of shit. It is, it's absolute crap. Wire fails from NASA. God,
Unnaturally lifting the back of the astronaut's shirt.
And this is what makes me laugh. You know, oh, I can't do it full screen, sorry, my bad. You won't be able to see it, will you? This is what makes me laugh. That normal people, my friends, don't think this is happening. They think this has been made up. Yeah, by them.
Shirt, just like Buster Keaton.
And a second wire bulges at his bum when he flies. But
yeah, I'm sure that's just perfectly normal space bum bulging that just seems to match wires and harnesses.
Pulling up his t-shirt, yeah.
How about this one, where the astronaut on the right in the USMC shirt actually grabs the other astronaut's wire.
And he even looks down.
When he grabs this invisible object, it pulls the astronaut's shirt in a very strange way. That really looks like Buster Keaton, doesn't it? I also love this one, where the astronaut is hanging upside down, and the other astronaut on the right side pushes a button or something on the wall, which causes one of the wires attached to the shirt of the astronaut on the left to release. I guess he got tangled up when they were playing acrobats. PBS actually removed this clip off of their website, and so I couldn't share the original where you can hear the mechanism, but I'm sure that's perfectly coincidental. The astronaut behind him even reaches up at the same spot to seemingly detach the
Do you think it sounds like one of them cartoon piano strings pinging when he does it?
shirt from the wire. Of course, you can't forget this one where it looks like the astronaut flying in the back is wearing some sort of harness. I guess that's just an everyday astronaut harness that they like to attach to their butts for some made-up science reason. This astronaut seems to twist funny like the wire is malfunctioning, and then she starts to fall before NASA cuts away. Buster Keaton comes to mind when watching that strange twisting. This is a great one where you can actually see the reflection of the wire. The reflection of the wire matches perfectly with the astronaut's movement, and it matches the bulge on his shirt. That's a classic Buster Keaton fail. This one is also hilarious as the actor from NASA accidentally gets the
Quality shite. What's this? I ain't seen this.
Woo!
You see the floor?
Astronauts, yoga pants, all in blue, still unaware that we're laughing at you. Hey, 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 so retarded and gay. Hey, tell me, did you guys have a lot of fun? Do you finally realize and understand how much you're hated? Old chicks' careers are faded. celebrities, full of yourself, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Who put that vibrator in there? Right. They're doing it on purpose. They're not getting sloppy. They're doing it on purpose. They want the world. You've got to understand, this is a rollout. It's not just flat earth, it's space, the medicines, everything. They're rolling it all out for everyone to see the truth. Revelations. That wasn't too bad. Look at that man face there. Again, the neck. This footage is just a joke. Have you seen this footage? The best part is when it's landing. That thing weighs like a building. You want me to believe something as heavy as a building is coming down under its own rockets and stopping itself? Nonsense.
Matt Walsh, we have a long-running beef on the topic of NASA and moon landings because he thinks they happened. And listen, when the guys did it, it was fake and gay. I'm sorry, Matt, and it's time for you to admit it. It was just as bad. You just weren't alive for it, okay? Homies were on the moon making phone calls before the time of cell phones, like, hey, what's up, Prez? It's me.
That's the truth, right there in plain sight. Candice Owens spitting God's words. Spitting them. Doesn't matter who the messenger was. Did you get the message? It's the same with the SpaceX. There's no difference whether it be Jeff Bezos, Elon. They're all faking it, and some of them are allowed to tell you the truth. Like RFK is telling you the truth about medicines, and Candace is telling you the truth about space. Kyrie Irving told you the truth about the shape of the earth. But they're all agents, they're all actors.
Me on the moon with the flag, no issues. First time we've ever flown this thing. Yeah, I don't know. We just got through the belt pretty easily. And until Matt Walsh accepts that the mission in 69 was also fake and gay, I don't care. I can't defend you. Even if I fully agree with you about Gayle King, I won't. I literally cannot defend you. Okay, you must come to terms with the fact that NASA and space missions have always been this fake and gay. You just weren't alive for the original ones.
Is this real? Did she actually say this, or is this AI?
And you need to learn the history of NASA, of the Apollo programs, which were occult and satanic. It was
absolutely spitting the truth.
Literally meant to be an antichrist movement to make people believe in man. It's a fact. I'm going to show you guys. It's like, you can look this up anywhere. Look up Jack Parsons and the Apollo program. They just wanted people to believe in scientific advancement. The guy who created the Apollo program was this guy, Jack Parsons. Can you pull up this clip, Skylar? You know, this is from a podcast, the Science History Institute Museum and Library. This is one of their podcasts. And you scroll down here, and you, again, are probably going to have to make this bigger for my eyes. But at the top here, you know, Jack Parsons was a brilliant rocket scientist, but he lived a wild lifestyle with a devil may care attitude. He was pretty relaxed about safety and dabbled in drugs, occult practices, and told.
Yeah, all the truth. We've lost the technology. That's
ever looked away from Earth into the black void.
Because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah.
You know, and
we were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the.
We was never able to see stars on the lunar surface, on the dark side, on the light side. They never saw any. Why do the stars disappear when you get to space?
It's not a black void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
Space is.
Did you see that? Watch this. So fake, it's unbelievable.
is fake AF.
Mashed potatoes.
Space is.
That's one of my favourite things on the moon, where he's hammering on the moon and you can hear him hammering. How's that possible? There's no air in space for the sound to travel. There's no air in space, so how can you hear him hitting stuff?
Space is fake AF.
There's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see the gas.
As if that went to the moon. Seriously, look at the state of it. Look at that. The panels are all folded in and beaten, look. There's no way that went to the moon. No way. And the best part of it is, like Candice said, it was the first time they'd been there and they had a perfect landing and a perfect takeoff. Oh, they put a gorilla in space. Guess how much it cost to put that costume in space? Of the taxpayers' money, of the American taxpayers' money, it cost $30,000 to put for the fuel to get that into space for that prank.
Since 1972,
I gotta play the didgeridoo.
destroyed all the papers.
Do you know, the Indian one is even worse. I can't even believe they've let India do it, but it's like India said, well, if we're going to take the piss, we're going to do it properly. I hope it shows me an India one here. Oh, did you see this on the space jacket? This, look at the face. Right there, the Baphomet is upside down, look though, it's inverted. It's a rocket ship there, but when you turn it upside down, you get the old Bafo look in plain sight. They were all 6 men anyway, straight away. As soon as I saw them, 6 blokes. Is this the mouse in space? Is that a green screen behind him? Green screen. That's mine. What's that doing in there? Oh, maybe because of what space is fake, maybe. Our holographic sky. Go on, let's go on. It does look like man-proof space is fake with a vacuum chamber. Oh, this one. Is this one where he nearly dies?
What I do is I pull a vacuum in this chamber I created, and I have a glove inserted inside of it, and it was to prove that the flexibility they shown in their suits and gloves are impossible. Right now, I can put my hand in there and I can move it every which way. I can grasp, I make a fist, I can lift up, down. But as soon as I throw this switch here, I evacuate the chamber.
As air is sucked out of the machine, the vacuum makes it more and more difficult to move the glove.
And this glove doesn't want to move. I can't bend it backwards. I can hardly force it down. I mean, how could you pick up small screws and bolts like they've shown them to do, or trigger a little tiny trigger on a camera with the glove?
Now that's interesting, isn't it, boys and girls? You can't even move the glove in a vacuum. That is interesting. I've never seen that before. You haven't seen that one. Where's the Indian one? I want to see the Indian one. Straight up, straight back down, look, baby. What a joke. Absolute joke. Straight up, straight down. And this thing on the moon. Yeah, righto. We're just the good old boys. Where's the Indian one? I want to see the Indian one. Of course, the 7 astronauts from, what was it, Columbia. Dick Scobie, the pilot, with a wonky look. He looks like Jez. He does look like the Jezebel. Just stick a beard on that and you got Jezebel. They all survived. This one's dead now, though, right? But they said that's his twin brother, sister. This one's a professor at the UCLA. Or is it that one, Judith? Or maybe they're both still teachers. That's an egghead, look. That's an egghead. That's an egghead. That's an egghead. Are you seeing them yet? And they're all still alive. That's the best part of it. None of them died. The only one that's died, that Eno, the Japanese dude, but he died of natural causes. He didn't die in the shuttle. Astronaut. The fly in space. Oh yeah, there it is. I see it. I'm sure they do it on purpose.
Кухня тут вкусная
One with the
очень.
mouse, one with the spider, and now a fly. Look, there's a fly in space.
И, конечно же, Средиземье.
I want to see the Indian space one. Where is it? As if it's not showing.
The nonsense with Katy Perry and her space trip, and even her little patch here that has Baphomet on it if you just flip it upside down. And if you don't know who Baphomet is, that's probably a good thing. You don't want to know who Baphomet is, but it's someone that people like Katy Perry worship. And believe me, it was intentional. She even made sure to hit the exact same Baphomet hand pose as she came down the stairs. But I want to talk about something that no one seems to be talking about, and it's the why. What's going on here? This is clearly fake intentionally.
Are you going to tell us they're all men? Are you going to tell us that?
But why? I think I know. You see, what these people like to do is test out their technology on us, and they do it in a specific way, and I'll tell you what that is. This is a SpaceX rocket right from a landing of theirs. This is their footage, and it's clearly a hologram. I've shown this in many different videos. They're not real rockets landing perfectly upright. They're holograms, and they're testing it out to see if we will buy into it. And I still think that's what they're doing here. What I'm not sure of is just what technology they're...
He thinks that's Project Bluebeam. Is that what he thinks?
Testing out on us. Personally, I don't even think these people around this spacecraft are real. Watch this guy trip and then kind of glitch out here, and it's almost like frame skip. Watch, he trips, and then I'll show you a closer view here. Watch him trip and kind of glitch out, and something's not right here. Are they testing this? Or maybe they're testing this. I think these are literally fake windows, and kind of like on Halloween when you see the windows and there's holograms in it. I don't think there are real people in there. I think that's holographic technology that they're probably... If you realize you're a spiritual being...
Where is the Indian one? It's missing. Checkmate flares. And that is what most of the Globy trolls are, right there. Honestly. Shawnee. The other one was so much more funnier. It had the Indians, it had the Russians, it had loads of them in. So much footage in it. Faking it. Yeah, that's the best part of this. The greatest technological accomplishment of all time, technologically wise. And there's not a single bit of video of them building it. Not one bit of them building it in space. But yet somehow it ended up there. See, if they're saying that this is hologram and they're just testing it out on the general public, I don't believe it. I just think all these people are actors. They're all in on it. They're all flip-flops. And then they go tell everyone, I was there, I saw it happen. Oh, here we go. This is what we were looking for. CBS footage from space, 1966.
Actually, it's a link along that tether line you see there, 25 feet of umbilical cord. That contains the life support system and communications link. from the spacecraft. Life
Look at the Earth. I can see stars in space. Why does the Earth look like the universe? It looks like it's stars.
support system out through that chest.
Are they meant to be cities? Look how fake that
Back. And that
As if he's not on a wire.
radio command link. That's it.
There he is, there's his 25-foot lifeline. That's it. A bit of rubber hose, that's all he's got against him in the vacuum. The mightiness of the universe and the vacuum of space. A rubber hose. I want that to be a fucking boat anchor. It won't weigh anything. A rubber rope, no chance. I'd want the anchor chain off the Titanic connected to me spacesuit. I'm not going out there on a rubber hose. Oh, TV show, look. Even the TV show, it looks like them, look. And when was this made? This was ages ago, right? It's almost the same, look. Even the uniforms are almost the same, look. TV show, look. They made it ages ago. And it looks like it, look. It really does. It's like they were programming people ready for what they're about to do.
Il n'y a plus de débat là-dessus.
And again, it's all bollocks. Everybody's
Was that even really Katy Perry on the space launch? Why her? The whole thing looked totally staged. And why is the government wasting money on this with so...
It's all
We can go.
Oh, she stopped and paused.
The movement is real.
See, why is that showing
Can
up?
go.
Anyone does fake space.
Instagram is by Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos.
I'll tell you what though, there are a lot of videos on this being fake. I'll tell you that. They really are pushing that this was faked. They're really pushing it. I don't think enough people are waking up as fast as they want them to. We've got to speed it up a bit. Gutted. Wait, fake space. Indian. India. Fake space. Genuine footage of India landing on the sun. That's what it looked like. Oh, there it is. There it is. You've got to be kidding me. What is that? The footage of this was ridiculous. I don't even know how they got away with it. I don't. How are the Indian public not in uproar? You spent billions of rupees on that shite, and it was shite. There's the actual thing itself. That's what made it to the moon, apparently. It's just made out of Baco foil, basically, isn't it? Look, gold foil everywhere I look. It's like India was still working off the 1966 schematics for building spaceships. When they made them out of loo roll holders and Baco foil. But apparently that landed on the moon, and the footage of it, oh please show me it. Where is it? I want to see this. Look how fake this is. They want me to believe that's real. You've got to be. How flat is the moon, by the way? I'm asking for a friend. Yeah, it's got the checkerboards on it. The actual thing looks like a Masonic compass and square that way and this way. India moon landing. Wait 1 second. Oops. India moon landings.
Which is going to be the vertical descent phase, and we are nearing and approaching the lunar surface. We are above the landing site, and the lander module has begun its descent.
Did you notice something about the Indian footage? I can't believe they've done it, if they have done it. Are those meant to be stars in space? They've actually done it. That's not much of a universe, really, though, is it? Because compared to the pictures I show of the universe still seems to be missing, even though you've attempted to put some stars and planets.
Lunar surface. We are above the landing site, and the lander module has begun its descent towards the landing site. We are approaching the lander module hovering at nearly 150 meters above the lunar surface. The sensors that are updating at this point are providing confirmation of the safety of the landing site. And we are nearly at zero velocity, vertical and
आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
Very good.
That India is the 4th country to land on the moon.
Yeah, I saw that. You talking about the Atari game?
So this is from CNN.
India has done it. It has become now the 4th country to land a spacecraft on the moon. The Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft landed on the lunar South Pole. India's space research organization is already sharing stunning photos. And look at these pictures of the approach. It's a rare close-up of the moon's kind of dusty gray terrain.
I thought it looked like an old Nintendo 64 video game. But I thought somebody...
Yeah, absolute joke. Absolute joke. I'll tell you what really gets me though. The old Russian footage. Look at this. I can't believe this one passed. Hello, handsome. Alley up. This one's got to be the best of all of them. I don't care.
And a big step forward for Soviet scientists in Lenin's Jubilee year. The first self-propelled vehicle ever to drive across the lunar landscape is controlled from Earth. It's called Lunokhod 1, and here's how this extraordinary Heath Robinson 8-wheeler was rolled down from the spacecraft onto the Sea of Rains.
By a bloke with a control stick in Russia.
The size of the vehicle hasn't been disclosed, but it's been sending back television pictures and carries, among other equipment, a laser reflector. It's been used to survey the moon's surface. So now Soviet space experts have proved their theory that space exploration can be carried out by automatic.
That is just shocking. It really is. That's got to be the worst moon footage of all of them. It's worse than India's. But yet it still passes. And there's dickheads out there that will defend that shite. Look at that. It looks like the clangers. Stop-start motion. Like morph. Is it? That's what they call it, isn't it? Stop-start motion. It's a joke. The whole thing's a joke. Space is a joke. Oh my gosh. USSR was the first to land on the moon. Yeah, look at this. At least they didn't draw a penis like NASA did. Get off Marley. You're not getting out. You've had all sorts tonight. You got no chance. You had that chicken and bacon. Then you had that beef. Then Adam gave you sausage. Yeah, you've had loads. You're not getting nothing else. Get off. Get off. I don't know what you want. Get off. Oh, you want cuddles? Is that what's up here? You want cuddles? Okay. Get out, you tart. Look at my face. Right, get off. Go on. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm doing a stream. You know the rules. Right. So yeah, space. What a load of old shite. If you want to believe in that stuff, that is. And there it is, Sputnik landing on the moon. Oh my gosh, our parents, our grandparents, but we were no better, right? They might have had better technologies to do it to us with. You stop it, man, you div, get off. You just nearly made me spill that cup of tea on me. Get off. I mean it. Get off. Right, let's go back to where we were. Oh yeah, astronauts. Get off. Neil Armstrong, get off. Get off. I mean it. Get off. I mean it. You div. Walking. Neil Armstrong, there's only a couple of gates in Neil Armstrong walking, but that's all I needed. Not these ones, when he was on Earth. That's if they'll even come up. I think there's 2 gates for Neil Armstrong on Earth. And you think for the first man who walked on the moon, there's one. There'd be loads of footage. Look at the size of his wife's feet. Do you reckon they are size 12? Easy, right? They're massive. They are huge. Hello, wildlife and fisheries. There were 2 gates for Neil Armstrong. That's one of them. I'm not going to look for the other one. Then you've got Buzz Aldrin, look. And remember, these were the first ones. So if you think it got better, you don't. If you think they're not doing it now, you're kidding yourself. Buzz Aldrin walking. Not on the moon though. This is what we want. This one with Bill. What's her face? The pair of them are liars. Look at the state of Buzz Aldrin's chicken dong noms. She cannot walk straight. Look at it. Look at those arse cheeks. And there it is. There's your diamond with your broken leg. You can't undo what God created. You cannot undo it. And there it is, full mince. With the shoulder tilt. There's no wonder to become raving drunks, right? Knowing what you've done to mankind. Watching the world suffer around you. People starving, people homeless, people sick. All caused because of you and your lie. Your lie that removed God from the world. Helped to remove God from this world. And people's minds and hearts and souls. This person's one of the culprits. And it must weigh heavy on them. Yep, Mason. Yep, Satanist. Yep, bullshitter. But also a victim, right? I don't feel sorry for them in that respect. I don't. They carried, as adults, they carried on telling lies, etc. If they did it of their own free will, I don't feel sorry for them. If someone forced them to do it, then you have my sympathy. You truly do. If you didn't want to do this, you have my sympathy. But if you did it willingly, knowing that children were going to die, wars were going to happen, etc., all this nonsense, then may God have mercy on your souls, ladies. Because that's what all 3 of them are. And that footage of them when they come back from the moon and they're being interviewed, you can literally, it's not an act. The 3 of them know what they're doing. They're literally dragging mankind into the pit of hell with them. And the 3 of them know it. You've never seen 3. You know when you're really happy and someone says, oh, you seem like you're over the moon. Like you've been to the moon, you've been over the moon. You seem over the moon, it's a good thing. But when they came back, you'd have thought they'd been to hell, wouldn't you? The way they sat there, miserable, no answers. I think that the weight of that lie weighed heavy on them. It really did. But they chose to tell lies, right? We didn't do this to mankind, they did. We didn't try to categorize God out of people's lives. And this was what the start of it all was, landing on the moon. Up until then, loads of people still didn't believe in it all. They thought it was all hogwash. And they were right, it is hogwash. Absolute hogwash. Firstly, you want me to believe that tweaker's shack made it to the moon, state of the art. It's a piece of shite. Those panels up close are a joke. You want me to believe that it landed on the moon and no dust from the moon landed on it and in its open shoes there. You want me to believe that didn't happen. You want me to believe somewhere attached to this is a car. You want me to believe somewhere attached to this is a car that they drove around the moon on. And then they played golf. They literally played golf. Look at Buzz's wife. What, this one? He's got some wide-ass cheekbones, hasn't he? How old's he? Dirty old mare, isn't she, Buzz? Oh my God, look at them meatball knuckles. He's got double meatball knuckles. Do you know what that reminds me of? You know them steel ball bearings on posh people's desks when you go to solicitors and they pull the ball bearings back and they knock back and forth? That's what they look like there, double set. Oh my gosh, look at them knuckles. Look at the size of that foot. But there it is. Buzz Aldrin, another liar, bitch, liar. Nearly at the end of his time, right? She's nearly there. Do you have any regrets, Buzz? Do you have regrets, Buzz? Because you're going to have them soon enough. Even if you didn't have them in the living, you're definitely going to have them in the next part where you face the Almighty Father and you've got to explain yourself to him. Now, if you've been victimised all your life and forced to do this, Buzz, the Heavenly Father is going to show mercy as long as he knows that you are truly sorry. Now, this picture tells me you're not sorry at all. Quite happy with the false fame you were given and the cars and the houses and all the rest of it. You went round lying to children, pretending to walk on the moon. How much of a nice woman are you really to go around lying to children, innocent children? Best of all, they're not like you. The children we're talking about are like me, the innocent ones that don't know anything about this. I didn't know anything about it growing up. I didn't realise that this was happening, and that the only reason they wanted us to believe in space was to remove God. And it worked. The amount of people that don't have any faith in God and believe in this. That's not the moon. The moon shines. The moon glows. Literally glows. If he was stood on the moon, you'd hardly be able to see him in white because of the glow of the moon. Like white on white is what we're talking about. Not white on grey on black. It wouldn't look like that. It'd be washed out in light according to what the moon looks like. And even if you want to tell me that they're in a crater, it still don't wash because the damn thing's still glowing above you. It would be like looking out of an hole into daylight. That's what it would look like. But it doesn't. This is as fake as it comes. There are no stars in space. There are no stars in space. They want your children to be godless and to be sodomites. They want them to be perverted. They've perverted our minds. Your children will be next. Our children will, well, I say our, my children, my grandchildren will not be next. It stops with me. The book stops here. Why? Because I'm a real man. I'm a biological, real man. Obsessed with the truth. Yes, I am. I'm obsessed with saving children's souls. That's what I'm obsessed with. The adults, give or take them, I can't help it. The grown-ups, they should know better. They should know that the world's not spinning. They should be able to feel it's not spinning. They should be able to work out that water's always level. It never bends. There's no such thing as bendy water. But the children, they don't deserve none of this. I didn't just do it for Horatio. I did it for everyone's children. I did it for all of you. And most adults won't care. Most adults won't give a damn that God's real. Most adults won't care that they've been lied to all their lives and that their children are next. And the worst part of this is, your children, whoever you are, you're sending them to football club, you're wasting your money. They'll never become a footballer. You're sending your daughters to dance school and ballet. You're wasting your money. You're never going to become a ballerina or a dancer. They'll never get on telly. You're filling their head with lies. Not only have you told them that they're descended from monkeys and that they live on a spinning ball, you've told them that they can be footballers, astronauts, presidents, and they can't. And this is the worst part. You're happy with that. You're happy with your children being second place. They can never come first. No matter how talented your children truly are, your grandchildren truly are, they can never, ever become anything in this world because it's Satan's world. And this is the most pinnacle part, is that you chose, right? They give you a choice. God gives you a choice. You choose God or you choose the devil. I saw something, I don't know if I saw it today or saw it recently. There's a man, he had a dream, and in his dream he said it was vivid, very, very vivid. And he said, I was in a pasture, a big green pasture, it was a sunny day, and there I was strolling along and I came to a fence. And all of a sudden, the sky went dark on one side and the devil appeared. And on my side, where God was there. He said, I looked at them both, and Satan said, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, I'll give you all the things that God won't give you. And God said, it's true. I'm not going to give you £1 million, a bar of gold, a £1 million mansion, and all these things that you want. I'm not going to give you them. I offer you something else. I offer you love and protection. And the man looked at them both, and he looked at what Satan was offering, and he looked at what God was offering, and Satan said, well, the choice is you have to choose one of us. That is your decision. You have to choose between me or him. Are you coming to me? I've got all these houses and all these clothes and jewels for you. Or you're going over there with God. And the man ummed and ahed and scratched his head, and then he sat on the fence and he said, I don't have to choose neither of you. Good or evil, I'll just sit on this fence. And at that moment, everything went to utter darkness, and in an instant flames appeared around him, and the devil appeared and he said, now you're mine. And the man said, no, I didn't choose either of you. I sat on the fence. And Satan said, I own the fence. Oh, that's a punch in the face, that is it. When you realise the only reason the fence is there is because Satan put it there, not God. You're under the idea that God put the fence there, but he didn't. Satan put the fence there. Satan puts up walls. He divides people. God unites. There's a total difference in the two. When people tell me that God is both God and the devil at the same time, Adam is also Eve at the same time, you're living in la la land. God created man in his own image. Male and female created he them. In this day and age, if you still believe that this is real, it's not even glowing. The moon doesn't even glow, folks. But yet when I look up at night, it lights water. It lights the area around me. Only small, but it still lights it. The moon is its own light source. There is no way, there is no anywhere, there's no footage of someone shining a bright light on a rock, and then the rock reflecting that light 250,000 miles back to Earth. You have got to be kidding me. It's a joke. Everything's a joke. It's all a lie. You and your children, your souls, your spirits, they're up for grabs. You live in a good and evil realm where God has allowed Satan to do this because God wants to test his children, their faith, your IQ, your intelligence, your mercy, your love, your forgiveness. He wants to test it all to see how much like him you actually are, because you were created in his image. Satan's done his best to remove him from you in your image, him in your image, and replaced it with himself. And now this is why the world is the way it is. This is why you've got OnlyFans, you've got just natural girls, women who have been driven by the brink of losing jobs and the scam vid and all that to go into showing the bodies off and getting naked on camera and stuff, boys as well, but mostly girls, that have done this. And I watched a video just recently where one of these OnlyFans is, he said, invited his dad, she's invited her dad round for dinner, but then orders the dinner in from catering. So she didn't cook it all, she just, you know, and he wasn't happy with it. He just wanted his daughter to cook the meal rather than, I can pay for it, I can pay for this great food, and that's not what the father wanted, you know. I'm sure he didn't want her to be on OnlyFans, but the way of the world, Satan rules it. There's a reason that porn is free. There's a reason that drugs are not. You understand? It just, the world is messed up. And it's because of people like this, women pretending to be men, marrying men pretending to be women, and then lying to all of us about where they travel to, that they've walked on the moon with shopping bags. Buzz has been shopping on the moon, lot. And they've been doing it for a long time, and they've been doing it in penis-shaped spaceships from the beginning, mocking you. They know that they can't get out of this place. They're not going to redeem themselves. They're not going to repent and say sorry the way we did. They're not going to allow you that same freedom that they threw away. They threw their freedom away, their eternity. You still have a chance in redemption that you are saved, that you are truly, truly saved. And people are like, how can you be so sure? And I'm just like, well, God exists, God's self-evident. Nobody in this world is that. I've said it many times before. I didn't need a pope, I didn't need a pastor, a vicar, a preacher, a nun, a Bible. I didn't need a book to tell me that God was real. I discovered it all by myself, by realizing I'm not spinning. When I realized I'm not spinning, then you're not spinning, we're not spinning, then the earth is not spinning, then I must be at the center of the universe, if there is one. I must be. And that explains why sailors thought they'd sail off the edge of the flat earth years ago, because they knew that water was level. They understood the simple physics and mechanics of water. That water runs down any gradient. That's why roofs are slanted. So water runs down into the gutter, into the pipe, into the drain, into the sea, back to the sea. And this happens all the time. And you want me to believe that water doesn't roll down a gradient, especially large bodies of it. Even a drip of water is going to roll down a gradient. But it's the instant thought of realizing that I'm not spinning and water's level led me straight to God. I didn't need a book, I didn't need a pastor, I didn't need anybody to try and correct what had already been uncorrected by the school system. I was misdirected by the school system into believing I'm descending from a chimpanzee, that's a theory, and that the world is spinning, that's a theory, that everything in this world came from nothing, that's a theory. They're all theories. And when people talk about the flat earth theory, even though water's level and that's a fact, it shows me your intelligence. And you can argue flat earth, you can argue these moon landings, you can argue it forever and ever and ever. But there's one subject above all subjects that rules supreme, and that is forensics. And once you can see woman, 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 all telling you, look, with their hand signs, what they are, holding a bouquet of flowers, look, for the dead, it's a shit show. It's an absolute clown show full of Masonic clowns that have destroyed humanity's hopes. And I'm doing my best to send out lifelines and salvage people's souls, because it's my duty. I'm not a woke person, I'm awaked. I'm a woken person. Let me put it correctly. I'm a woken person. Woken by God himself. I didn't ask for this job, but he knew I'd take it hand in hand, and I did. When I took up flat earthing, I did it like no one else did it. And when I took up forensics, I'm still doing it like no one else does it. I might be winging it, but God's my wingman. And Jesus is my co-pilot. So I'm in good hands. I'm in God's hands. That's why when the book says, though I may walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. These people are truly evil, but I don't fear them. I don't fear anything anymore. I just fear God. That's what I fear. I fear the wrath of God. And these people know what it is. Way more than I could even imagine. Only when you're in his presence are you going to know how mighty he is. Because he created the world. Anybody that can create the world by his word, understand this, he did it all by his word. He commanded things to happen, and they haven't. That's God. That's amazing, right? And all the life and everything around me, he designed all of it. And he designed it all to work in unison with each other. From the littlest bug to the largest bird, they've all got compadres and enemies, vice versa, all the way through the board game except for us. Our only enemy is Satan, and we don't believe in him. Because God's not your enemy. Jesus isn't your enemy, but Satan is. And you know when you're speaking to people like this now, you'll know them by their fruits. Again, Jesus Christ. There's a touch of Jesus in everybody. I know there is. Even in these people, there's some goodness. I don't believe in 100% evil unless I'm talking about Satan. These people are still people. They're messed up, the victims. It doesn't make them all horrid people. Some of them certainly. If what they're doing to children is true, about the red shoes on the Pope, the red carpets, the pizza parties, all this, if all that's true, then may God be very swift about his demise of your spirit. Yeah, the demolition of your eternity in heaven. May be swift about it. But I know this much. I don't see the fence. I see the side, either good or evil, and I'm going to stand on good until the very last breath comes out of me. Because all my life I sat on that fence without knowing Satan owned it. That would have been horrible at the end. I didn't believe in him or you. Well, that's just as bad, because I was self-evident. That's what God's going to tell each and every one of us. I was self-evident that the world didn't come around by itself, that these animals were created and designed with intelligence. Some animals work together even. All this was by his design, by his creation. And when you see things like a leopard dragging people back to help its kittens, or a dolphin bringing a turtle with netting round its head, what does that? What gave those animals that instinct to look after other animals? Where does that come from? You want to tell me that's nature? Shut up. Even in the animals, I see God's design and spirit. He can be first like a lion, of course he can. He can squeeze his way into your life like an octopus through a tiny little coat hanger and squeeze his whole body. He can find a way into your life at any point. I can think of no better place to spend eternity than with my loved ancestors, my relatives, my nana, my mum, my dad, in God's arms, in heaven, where there's no money, there's nothing to be paid for. God created a room in heaven for you, in his house, for you, just for you, but you're going to turn it down. That's what all this is about. It's about turning you away from God. And for most people, this is true. I know they say that there are 2.3 billion Muslims and 2.3 billion Christians and these numbers. But when you go out in the real world and start asking people about God, just about everybody I speak to does not believe in God. It really is that fact. It's such a fact to me. I think they're skewing the numbers on believers. I'm sure there's hundreds of millions, but not 2.3 billion. If a third of the world was Christian and a third of the world is Muslim, then 2 in 6 people at least are going to believe in God. And they don't. 1 in 3 should believe in God when I meet them, and they don't. It was strange the other day meeting Logan and Beth and meeting a girl that had faith in God. It was really weird. There's a girl that roller skates around the park where I go, and she's lovely as well. I think she believes in God because she's got a crucifix. I ain't asked her yet. I'll ask her next time. Stop and speak to her. But it's very rare I meet anybody who has faith in God or believes in God. You see, I'm different. I believe in Jesus and I know there's a God. There's a difference. I have faith that God sent his one and only begotten Son to spill his blood as a sacrifice for all of us, and then carry the weight of the world, all those sins, out of this place with him. The world itself is a miracle. If you don't believe that something like that could happen from God himself, who is the miracle worker, then you have a lack of faith. That's all I can say. But it's not for my decision for you to believe in God or Jesus. This has to come from you. It's your discernment. It's like when I realised God was real for the first time, I did have the conscious thought, well, why is the cancer? Why is the this? Why is that? And then the information came to me, they've made it all. God didn't make cancer. God didn't make Down syndrome and spinal bifida and multiple sclerosis. The devil does. And then the devil offers you medicine to make you better, but it doesn't make you better. It just keeps you on a patient list for the rest of your life. 50 grand a year medicine. Life-saving medicines cost money, but porn is free. This is Satan's realm. This is a horrible place. And the Bible quite clearly states the reason I don't like this place is because I'm not of it. I'm not from it. I was just born into it, like the rest of you. And some people are going to enjoy their life regardless of knowing God and Satan are real. They're just going to enjoy their life, and when it all comes down to it, at the end of it, they're just not going to care. I can't enjoy my life the way I used to. I wish I could go and entertain children like I used to, but I can't, because I just want to tell them the truth. Make me a dinosaur balloon punch. Dinosaurs don't exist. Go to any curator at any museum and ask them if you can see a dinosaur bone, and there ain't any. They're all made of plastic. Make me a spaceship punch. Balloons don't, spaceships don't exist. You can't go to space. Flames don't work in a vacuum. Sound doesn't carry in a vacuum. So how is the sun burning? How do rockets work? How are they sending signals through space? It's all ruined for me. The innocence is gone for me. It really has. And don't get me wrong, I love making people laugh. I love to make children. There's nothing better in this world than hearing children belly laugh. And I'm really good at making them belly laugh. Especially with magic and puppets. When I've got my puppets and my magic with me, I can really make children belly laugh. And I miss it, I really do. I guess I'll have to wait till heaven, because I'm never going to... What I really wanted to do was do it on telly, become famous, and like the dream that everyone has, right? When you're good at something. I was good at making people laugh and entertaining, and I wanted to be on telly, but I'm not allowed. And it's all of these things together that make us want to give up, don't they? Satan's trying to drive us all down so that you've got no happiness, that you don't have an equilibrium. And I never had the equilibrium, even when I was so-called normal and happy before. I never had equilibrium. My life was up and down like a roller coaster all the time. From the moment I got here, I was placed in care. I went to prison. It was up and down all the way. And the only time I've ever felt equilibrium was when I realised the world wasn't spinning, and for the first time in my life I acknowledged God. I felt equilibrium. I felt, well, first of all, I felt the rush. I felt the Holy Spirit wash over me. It was like being plugged into 50,000 volts. I've never felt a feeling like it. There's not a drug in this world that comes close to realising that God's real. If you could bottle that feeling, knowing God's real for the first time, and sell it, you'd make billions. Because nothing prepared me for it. Nothing compares to it. But most importantly, I was not prepared for the wave of truth that he pushed on me. And now I love God. I love Jesus. I love the baby Jesus. You can't call him the baby Jesus. He's a grown man, Peter. I'm not talking about baby Jesus. I'm talking about his nature. Like my mum always said, it's his nature, Peter. I'm not talking about the baby Jesus in the manger. The baby Jesus is by his nature. He's like a babe. In kindness. Like a child. In kindness, in mercy, in forgiveness. But unlike a child, in wisdom. And blessings. But there you go. They've tried to remove spirit from mankind. They've tried to take away your chance to get into heaven, your soul, to be with your ancestors, to spend eternity wrapped in the arms of your mother and father. And down here, things didn't go right for me. I know, Mum and Dad, and I forgive you both. I didn't do any of those things to either of you. And Mum, you was right. You was absolutely spot on, Mum, on what you said. You were so spot on, it was unreal. Doesn't matter who your messenger is. Did you get the message? I got the message, Mum. I truly did. And no matter what my Mum and Dad did to me down here, I don't blame them. I blame Satan for making them that way. For making the society that they grew up in the way it was. That they were both raging drunks when I was young. They both hit each other. They both hit us. I know things were different back then compared to now. But even though all those things happened, I still turned out a good person. A God person, should I say. I turned out to be a God person. After all that Satan did to me and made me disbelieve in God, and it worked. I'll tell you now, Satan, I'll take my hat off to you for your lies. I'll take it off, you fooled me. But my hat's going back on, because now I know that God's real. I know that you're real, Satan. I know that you've gone out your way to fool me every single day of my life with fake pictures of globes, fake pictures from space, fake pictures of dinosaur bones, fake everything, fake food, fake popes, fake men and women. You've even faked men and women, because one of the last chapters in Revelations is that men shall not wear women's clothes and sleep with other men, women shall not wear trousers and sleep with other women, and that's what's happening all around the world, in every country. Satan's plan is almost finished. It really is. His master plan to take over the world and reverse it in his image. Well, this is the rollout to that. Which is why the Bible says in the end days, a child would lead them, because the adults are so far gone, and a lot of them are, right? They're just too far gone to even care that God's real, let alone that they're being lied to, that their whole lives are set up, and even when it comes to them in full force, and it's going to, because this is a rollout. We were just at the front of the wave, the first wave, we was at the front of it, that's all. The tsunami that's coming behind me and you, the tsunami of truth that's coming behind us is going to flood the world. The truth is going to flood the world like a great epic flood. And there's going to be so many lost souls because they'll have no moral compass, they'll have no guidance, they'll have no fathership, no fellowship with the Father, should I say. I'll do my best every day to try and make him smile, to try and please him. And I know I'm a sinner, Father. I know I've sinned, and I know I'm going to make mistakes in the future and sin, because I live in a devil's realm, and I'm not of this world. And if you'd give me the chance, if I had this mind that I've got now, you said to me, Peter, do you want to be born into this world? I'd still say yes. I thought about saying no, Father, I don't want to be born, but then you chose me to be in this world as a beacon for you. I'm a shepherd. I don't know if I'm a good shepherd, Father, that'll be your decision, but I'm a shepherd. And I've done my best to bring as many people back to his flock as possible. Yes, you're my brothers and sisters, but this is not my flock. I'm part of the flock. But this is not my flock. This is the Heavenly Father's flock. And I was created in his image. And as long as I am, I'm going to tell the truth. And I don't care if you call me crazy. I don't care if you call me mad. I don't care. Because I know the truth. It set me free. And when you're set free, nothing that these people can say to you upsets you anymore. Do you get it? You just pass them by. You leave them behind and hope that someone else picks them up, because you tried. You tried your best to pick your friends up. You tried your best to tell your family. And they all give you that fluoride stare. Some of them turned on you, right? Like with me, they turned on you. You saw sides of your family and friends that you never thought existed. You'd been friends with them all your life, 30 odd years, some of them. And they just turned on me and were horrid and vitriolic, and all I did was say that I'd found out the world was flat. And then when I encompassed that with God, I've gone crazy. You're crazy, there is no God. I used to think that until I sat and contemplated it one night. I sat down and I truly, truly contemplated everything in this world, or as much as I could, in a man-like knowledge, you know. And divinity shone through. The divineness of God shone through on everything when I started looking. I could see him in the animals. I could see him in the heavens, in the stars. I could see him in the plants. A massive biodome with billions of different life forms all living in coexistence to each other, and at the same time a separate world where you're not created, you're from monkeys. The world's not flat, it's spinning and water bends. Heaven doesn't exist, it's space. Which is why the Bible quite clearly states, it is esteemed as the potter's clay to turn everything they teach you upon its head 180 degrees. And you'll find the truth, and it will set ye free. Amen. And on that note, I'm going to go play some Call of Duty. I wish you all many blessings and sweet dreams, and a good night, a good morning, a good day, wherever you are on the flat plane. Just remember, God loves you. He truly does. These bitches do not love you. God does. John 3:16, for God so loved the world he gave his only one unbegotten Son. Amen. He also wants you to know that you were born in an inside out, upside down, back to front, tipsy, topsy, turvy world. Good night, God bless, and goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow night, Wednesday night live. Sweet dreams, I will see. Hello, Lisa Glass. Lisa, it's your birthday. Good night, Juice. Good night, Kirsten. Good night, Luke. Good night to all of you. Sweet dreams. Good